If we are in the Bay of Saleta and facing the mainland, we find a stretch of cliffs in the shape of a semicircle. Cliffs as high as 300 to 350 meters stretch for 15 kilometers. From the giant walls of the amphitheater emerges the flow of water in the form of a spectacular waterfall. For most people, waterfalls are currently a tourist destination. This water tour is indeed famous for its natural beauty and soothing. In fact, it is not uncommon for people to come to waterfall tours just to soak. Today we will visit Curug Puncak Manik, about 20 kilometers by road. The condition of the road we were passing through had sharp turns with the steepest angle of the road in some places approaching 45 degrees. Beautiful views of rice fields and trees on our left and right. A sharp incline greeted us before we deposited the vehicle. We were getting ready for a tiring journey to Curug Puncak Manik. Puncak Manik is in a valley with a depth of 300 meters. The path we took was only about 750 meters, but because of the very high level of steepness, we had to be extra careful. The path we took was quite exhausting. Not infrequently we had to rest several times. For those who do not have a good physical condition, it is recommended not to visit this waterfall.
Saya pekerjaan sehari-hari di sini bertani, Pak. Bertani sambil merintis jalan untuk ke Curug, Pak. Dari awal, Pak, dari jalan raya ke sini itu nggak pernah ada jalan. Jalan setapak pun bukan, sehingga merintis jalan diperbesar. Terus kami minta bantuan ke desa, alhamdulillah dikabulkan, sehingga masuk kendaraan, Pak, bermobil ke sini.
Arriving in the valley, we saw a very beautiful waterfall. This is one of the hidden paradises we've been to. Over a long period of time, the river water that descends into the valley makes the waterfall higher. Not only that, the plunge pool is also getting deeper due to the erosion of river water that falls continuously.
Curugnya kenapa dinamai Puncak Manik? Karena di sini Curug ini kan langsung airnya ke laut, Pak. Itu nama Puncak Manik itu nama perempuan, katanya buaya putih. Ini tempat Curug ini perkawinan buaya putih yang dari laut di sini dulu.
The rock that collapsed was used as a water erosion tool to continue to erode the depth of the plunge pool. but erosion is only one of the processes that can form waterfalls. Waterfalls can also be formed due to earthquakes or landslides.
Keunggulannya di sini Pak, lembah yang terdalam Pak, curugnya tinggi. Keunikan bebatuannya Pak, banyak macam batu bahan kaca ya yang disebut batu kaca. Indah dipandang lah gitu Pak. Setelah jadi geopark, alhamdulillah banyak orang kota Pak di sini, banyak memberikan pandangan dengan orang daerah, alhamdulillah gitu. Dengan banyaknya pengunjung, otonomi agak meningkat gitu. Untuk pedagang-pedagang, cuman ya untuk selama Covid ini, alhamdulillah. Yang biasanya saya terima penitipan mobil, motor di sini, alhamdulillah enggak Pak. Paling ada 1, 2 yang datang gitu. Enggak seperti sebelum Covid lah. Sampai datang 50 motor, 100 motor gitu ke sini tuh.
There's no better place to find yourself than sitting by the falls and listening to the music. And the falls wouldn't sound so beautiful if there weren't any rocks in the way. Our next destination is Curug Cimarinjung. Curug Cimarinjung is the only waterfall whose water goes directly to Saleta Bay. Before it opened to the public several decades ago, this waterfall was still difficult to reach. The waterfall can only be visited by a few people from the nearest village. The clean and clear water sustains the life of the village community. Now Curug Cimarinjung is a favorite destination for tourists. Tourists are greatly facilitated with adequate facilities. Another feature of this waterfall is the walls that can be used for rock climbing activities.
Ini metro 1 jalur Pak, yang lokasi yang ini sampai ke sana 11 jalur. Ini buat shower climbing ada 2 jalur Pak. Posisinya karena kalau pertengahan ada hujan di sini, ini digunakan buat pemanjat shower climbing. Dibilangnya kita memanjat sambil ada airnya Pak.
But unfortunately, when we arrived, the wall climbing activity was still frozen for a while.
Bilangnya ini berbentukan lapisannya itu satu berbatuan granit, kedua berbatuan aduk, ketiganya pasir Pak. Karena ini ada bermacam-macam lereng yang itunya Pak, bertumpukan berlapis-lapisnya. Karena ada yang pasir, ada yang granit, ada yang amburaduk Pak. Amburaduk yaitu robohnya seperti gitu Pak tuh. Ada seperti pasir lah gitu Pak bentuknya. Karena ini dibilangnya patahan lah gitu.
At Curug Cimarinjung, we met someone who was very familiar with the development of this waterfall. This man in his 70s named Abba Dadhi. Abba Dadhi is a living witness to Curug Cimarinjung. For Abba Dadhi, the rush of the waterfall and the crowds of visitors to this waterfall is not a coincidence. Abba Dadhi tells about his story in the past. This waterfall has another name, namely Curug Goong.
Curug Goong sekarang jadi air terjun, terjun Cimarinjung, terjun Cimarinjung. Didamalkan diopaknya tahun 2015 sampai di 2015 didamalkan panginapan di Cimarinjung. Maka nyebut-nyebut anu nginepnya mana bah Curug Cimarinjung iya cek abah baheula nama Curug Goong ngan ayeuna di dieu data aya kampung Goong aya ge kampung Cimarinjung. Ya di nama kampung ya nama kampung alinannya semua Cimarinjung. Cimarinjung tapi ke pantai Cimarinjung. Cek abah mudah-mudahan tamu manapun pengunjung dari Jakarta, dari Depok, mana aja dari Medan itu, mudah-mudahan sehat, selamat sampai.
In the early 2000s, this waterfall was still hidden, difficult to reach and untouched by humans. One night Abba Dadhi had a dream. In his dream Abba Dadhi saw that there would be a crowd around Curug Cimarinjung. Abba Dadhi's dream slowly met its fate as it is now. Abba Dadhi is so close to Curug Cimarinjung. He is not just the caretaker of this waterfall. Abba Dadhi, who often prays beside the waterfall, feels the heartbeat of the waterfall, takes care of it and looks after it. And most importantly, Abba Dadhi ensures that Curug Cimarinjung will benefit for many people. Little by little, Curug Cimarinjung is becoming known to people. Access roads are starting to be made, and now many people are already living around the waterfall.
Halo, nama saya Asri, saya dari Jakarta. Saya di sini sama teman-teman saya berkunjung berwisata di sini. Soalnya wisatanya bagus banget, masih asri, indah banget pokoknya. Lumayan jauh ya untuk perjalanannya, tapi keren sih, dari perjalanannya seru banget. Untuk refreshing aja sih, jadi nyegerin otak, buang stres, seru banget sih pokoknya.
Kalau jumlah pengunjung Pak, kalau di target per tahunnya itu lumayan sih targetnya, yang kita dilihat dari grafik kunjungannya itu Pak, minimal hampir 20.000 30.000-an Pak setahunnya. Kalau tahun sekarang gitu Pak. Kalau kan sekarang ada penyakit COVID lah gitu ya posisinya Pak. Karena di ini mempunyai target bulannya itu kita bisa diketahui lah gitu Pak. Bulan ini ketinggiannya segini, bulan ini ketinggiannya segini. Nanti di depan kantor sana ada Pak nama grafik kunjungannya bisa nanti dipaparkan ke situ. Kalau masuk di kawasan Curug Cimarinjung kita tidak mempunyai target Pak, cuman kita dibilangnya itu buat sukarela aja lah Pak, dibilangnya itu buat pembersihan lah gitu, kita pembersihan sampah gimana itu. Belum ada target tiket lah gitu Pak, masuk berapapun yang ke sini kita dibilangnya sukarela.
From Curug Cimarinjung we headed to Curug 1. We followed the main road for about 20 kilometers. Along the way, we saw that there are two different cultures that people live in this Saleta area. Farmer and fisherman go hand in hand, creating a unique mosaic of life. Leaving the main road and entering the small path to the waterfall, we were greeted by a small rocky path of approximately 1 kilometer. The cobblestone streets were enough to make our vehicle shake. After walking about 5 minutes from the last point that can be reached by car, we arrived in front of a waterfall from a river called Saleta. Unfortunately, when we visited Curug 1, it was the dry season so that the water discharge is reduced. In fact, if it's the rainy season, we can see the waterfall that stretches for 60 meters. No wonder the nickname of this waterfall is the Niagara of Sukabumi. "400 meters from Curug 1, still from the same river, there is another waterfall with a height of about 10 meters. This waterfall is called Curug Tenga. To get to Curug Tenga, we had to walk along the rice fields and community gardens for about 15 to 20 minutes. we only got to the top of the waterfall. We couldn't go down to the bottom and watch the waterfall from the bottom, because there was no way to the bottom of the waterfall. To our surprise, it turned out that we got a very beautiful sunset view from the top of this waterfall. What a wonderful view. It's not wrong if there are hidden paradises in Saleta Geopark. But we don't stop there. We have a new understanding of the Earth we live in. Millions of years ago until now, the Earth continues to move. Even though it's only a matter of millimeters per year, we believe that if nature is moving, its movement is certain and its energy will be tremendous. We will continue to visit waterfalls in the country with a million stories and mysteries in it.